So today I'm going to be testing out the brand new Natasha Denona Mini Rose eyeshadow palette as well as one of her new lip liners. I'm also going to be sharing with you my current go-to favorites for over 50. So in case you're interested, then keep on watching. Hey guys, it's Kat and welcome to my channel. You guys, I'm so excited. It's been a hot minute since I purchased a new eyeshadow palette. I'm super lazy, I admit. I love the easy one and done eyeshadow looks, but when Natasha Denona released this a couple of weeks ago, I definitely ordered it before the launch, and then I just wanted to share it with you, see if it works for our mature skin, but also I wanted to share with you some of my go-to current favorites, which is actually a mixed bag of both affordable and high-end. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I love starting out like this. No makeup on, just my skincare and my SPF, and of course my eyebrows. You guys, it is so hot and humid here today in Tennessee. I thought, curl your hair, it'll just fall straight down. But let's start out with a clean canvas. And today, the primer that I want to use is an oldie, but nonetheless a goodie. This is the Wet n Wild Prime Focus Primer Serum. It retails for about $8. It's so good. It's very good at smoothing out the pores, but it also has bakuchiol, which is a skincare ingredient. You just need a couple of drops. It's totally smoothing. It's very lightweight. It's not greasy whatsoever. One of my most affordable go-to primers. It just does something magical on the complexion. And I did try another primer a couple of months ago. It's the e.l.f. Stay Cool Primer Stick. I wasn't impressed with it as a primer all over the face, but one of you guys suggested using it under the under eye area as opposed to using the Acquaphor hack, and I thought that was a brilliant idea. So I've been trying that out, and I've noticed recently, I don't know if I'm not getting any sleep or what, but I noticed a little bit of lines, some more texture right through here by my tear duct. What's going on there? It's called aging. But yeah, upon first contact, it's very smoothing. And this is totally affordable as well. But I'll be sure to put all the products in the links down below. Now, if you do click on those links, it does help out my channel a little bit. But if you don't, that's cool too. But I'm just gonna slightly tap it in. And it has that really nice cooling effect, but it also provides a very smooth canvas. So I thought that would be a great alternative to the Acquaphor hack. We're gonna go ahead and let the primer settle into the complexion. I wanna talk about the Natasha Denona Mini Rose eyeshadow palette. I don't purchase well, that's a lie. I have purchased a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but I find that they can be overwhelming, especially if they're like 16 pans, 18 pans of eyeshadow. And 9 times out of 10, I don't use all of it. But when she came out with a quint, yeah, there's 5. I thought, what a nifty way to test out her formula. I think Natasha Denona is the queen of eyeshadow. I think she just has it right. She's not afraid to go there with color, but also reels it back in and gives us shades and colors and tones that we can actually use. I am a huge fan of the Mini Starlet palette, and I thought, what's the difference? This one, as you can see, is a little bit more subdued, a little more peachy, a little more warm. Mini Starlet in comparison to the Mini Rose. Now, do we need the Mini Rose? Probably not, but this is the comparison. This is beautiful. I have really enjoyed this Mini Starlet, but when I saw these colors, I thought, a beautiful color story, because you get 3 mattes and you also get 2 shimmers. Now, these aren't brand new shades. I believe they are pulled from different palettes, but that in itself is awesome. That way you don't have to buy the whole kit and caboodle. You have something that you can travel with and something that doesn't require a lot of thought. That's what I love about smaller eyeshadow palettes. I can't wait to dive into a look and see if it's really worth that $27. $27 is a lot of money, especially for 5 pans of eyeshadow, but how many times have we actually gone through an entire eyeshadow palette? I haven't. Although I do have my select favorites, but these days, like I said, I just love a one and done look, and I think we'll be able to get some beautiful looks out of this. Now for foundation today, no surprise here. This is probably my all-time favorite foundation. There, I've said it. It is the e.l.f. Soft Glam Satin Foundation. This released a few months ago. I cannot put this down. I featured it in so many videos already, even in Get Ready's with me when I'm not even showing what foundation I'm using. But this is bar none, probably the best foundation of 2024. That's huge, right? And I test out a lot of foundation, both high-end and drugstore. It's a beautiful foundation that just lays super smooth on the skin. It's $8 and I'm in the shade now 25 light neutral. I was super tan at the beginning of the summer, but my tan is fading. So this is a perfect shade match for me. It's lightweight, it's comfortable, it's easy to use, and it just looks beautiful on mature skin. I find it isn't cakey whatsoever, and you can build up the coverage. That's what's so stunning about this foundation. Price point, you cannot beat $8, but this has been my current go-to favorite and probably the best foundation I think so far this year. Absolutely. And then I like to take a kabuki brush without cat hair and just stipple it in. I know a lot of you don't like to wear heavy foundations, and I think this would be totally ideal. You know I love a good skin tint, but if you are looking for something with a little bit more coverage to make your skin look more pulled together, this, in my opinion, is the best. I've been going back in my foundation collection, testing out different foundations from the previous months, and I swear they just don't look as good as this. I tried the It Cosmetics matte foundation. Remember, I tested that out. I also tried my LYS Serum foundation. Beautiful foundation, but I keep coming back to e.l.f. That's a good thing, isn't it? So yeah, I'm just gonna try to apply a little bit more to my most hyperpigmentation right through here, which can easily get cakey, but with this foundation, it doesn't. It just looks so natural on the skin, and that's what I love. See how pretty and natural the skin is looking? And I also want to draw you in closer so you can see that e.l.f. primer stick, the cooler stick, under my eyes. Hopefully we'll get a smooth application of concealer. I'm going to start with using the DRMTLGY Luminous Eye Corrector. It's also SPF 41. This has also been my go-to recently, and I'm just gonna get a tiny bit and apply it right through there. This is in the shade Tan. You can use this alone or under your favorite concealer, and it will not cake up. See how it just instantly color corrects that under eye area? Now, I do have a drier under eye area. I don't know what it is. It just runs dry. So I try to take extra special care of that delicate under eye area. And I feel like this is just like a drink of water for that under eye area. You know what I mean? And at the same time, it's just color correcting everything beautifully. Now for concealer, I'm going to go in with my current go-to. This is another product I can't put down. This is from Say. It is their Slip Tint Concealer with niacinamide. It's supposed to brighten up the under eye area over time. It's a little bit on the pricier side, but if it's going to give you a beautiful under eye area, I'm all for it. Plus, you use a tiny bit. It's very effective, and it just has a very thin consistency, which I love. So I'm just going to dab a little bit right through there, and right where I want to lift, and right where I tend to get red. And so I'm just going to take the heat of my fingertips and tap that in. And then what's ever left over, I like to apply it on my lids. That will act as an eyeshadow primer. I have a little bit of a zit right there. I guess it's a zit. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that concealer and just dab it on there. I'm going to take my brush and just stipple it in and make sure everything is blended to look seamless. Much better. Let's go ahead and bump up the lights and add a little bit more color and bronziness to the complexion. Now for bronzer, the current favorite go-to, bar none, is got to be the Catrice Melted Sun Cream Bronzer. This is in the shade Beach Babe. It's a cream bronzer. I mean, look how much I put a dent in it. But it just looks so natural on the skin. It doesn't look too orange. It really looks like I just spent the day out in the sun, and it really meshes well with matte foundations, with dewy foundations, even in this humidity. We haven't seen the sun here in Tennessee for maybe over a week. Really sad because we're in the middle of summertime, but that doesn't mean it's not hot or humid. It's been raining every single day. I mean, I know we need the rain, but I kind of miss the sunshine. And I noticed when I'm wearing my makeup, even my cream products in the humidity, this cream bronzer just stays on the complexion and looks so effortless, like you really just stepped out into the sun without looking too bronzy or too orangey. But I have been loving this. It's right here on my makeup table, and I just reach for it every single day, especially if I just want to add a little bit of color to my complexion. And then I'm going to just kind of hit the side of my nose like that. And I believe this is like $7. It's so affordable. I prefer this over the high-end bronzers. It really is gorgeous. So pretty. As far as blush is concerned, you know I love a good cream blush. I love a good powder blush if it makes the skin, the complexion look smooth. And this one, I guess because, oh my gosh, I did a review on this a few months ago. So overhyped, so overrated. I fell into the trap of purchasing it. But you know what? I really love it. It's so pretty. It's so subtle, even though it's a really bright color. It is the Dior Rosy Glow Blush in their new shade Pink Lilac. Now, even though it looks like a cool tone purple, it really looks so subtle and pretty on the skin, and it smells absolutely delicious. I don't know what it smells like, almost like candy, but I love just taking it on a nice tight blush brush. And this is the BK 106. And just popping it right on the cheeks like that. It's so smooth on the complexion. I like sometimes using a pop of color, especially during the spring or summertime. It just really adds a youthfulness, a vitality to the complexion. I love my natural nude colors like anybody else, but today I'm gonna go for a little bit of color. And since we got the Mini Rose eyeshadow palette, I thought the Dior Rosy Glow Blush would be a perfect accompaniment to the eyeshadow look. But yeah, I absolutely love this blush. Is it overhyped? Absolutely. Is it expensive? Yes. But I purchased it and I'd feel so bad if I didn't use it. This is an absolutely stunning blush. Let's try some eyeshadow on. Let's test out the new Natasha Denona Mini Rose palette. Like I said, it retails for $27. You get 5 shades, 3 mattes, and 2 shimmers. These are, oh God, there's a cat here. I think it's unique because you get 3 distinctive shades of tones. You've got a nice light shade, a deeper rose shade, which looks cool tone, and a nice dark chocolate brown that we could use as an eyeliner. I haven't even swatched this yet, so I want to go ahead and swatch it for you. And I'm going to turn down my lights so you can see exactly what we're looking at. This first shade is Golden Rose, and this is a shimmer. Oh, that's buttery. Golden Rose. This deep shade is Opart. You guys, I'm the worst at swatching on camera. I ain't gonna lie. Oh my goodness. It looks a little patchy, but I have really dry arms for some reason today. I don't know what it is. The palest shade in the palette, which would be ideal for all over the lid, Flamingo. Well, on my skin, it looks kind of chalky. The pink is Psychedelic. That's pretty. This last shade, this deep rose shade, is called Andy. Oh, I think this one's gonna be my all-time favorite. I think this shade is really pretty, Andy. What do you think, guys? We're gonna start out with Flamingo, and I think this will be the perfect shade to do all over the lid, kind of set that concealer in place. There's some kickback, but just to lightly brush over the lid, right through there. So far, no issues. It actually looks better on the lids than it does on my crusty old arm. My dry arm, and I swear I put lotion on this morning. And on a slightly more tapered brush, I'm gonna go in with this beautiful shade. This is the shade Andy. Let me know down in the comments why these shades are such strange names. And I'm gonna go, since I have hooded eyes, I'm gonna go right under that bone so we can actually see the color. And I'm just, whoa, okay. And just kind of go right above that socket and create some dimension. Other side. I do love pink eyeshadows, rose tones, and that's why I purchased it. I'm a sucker for rose tones, rose shades, and yeah, the shimmers look so pretty. I haven't been wearing a lot of shimmer these days on my eyes, but I thought it would be high time to bust it out. But this is blending in super easy. So that looks really pretty. It's just a really soft look that I'm loving. On an even smaller tapered brush, I'm going to go in with the deepest shade here. You know me, I love deep, dark chocolate browns, especially on the eyes. We can use it as an eyeliner, but I'm just going to stamp it along on the outer thirds of my eyes, like that. Create a little more depth. And then I'm just going right over that hood, the flap of that skin right through there, just so we can open up the eyes, create a little bit more dimension. And this is blending in beautifully. Such an easy formula to work with. And then I'm going to take a blending brush and just blend those edges so it's a little bit more subtle and a little bit more blended. I'm going to take that lavender, Andy, the deep rose shade, and run it along my lower lash line. And then take a little bit of Opart and kind of just smoke out the lower lash line to connect with the upper. I'm really happy with the look that we have so far. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of shimmer on it, and I'm gonna go in with that first shimmer called Golden Rose. Oh, this is so silky. I'm just gonna plop it right on the lid. Oh, it's going on so easy. And it doesn't have any fallout. But if we did, we are gonna clean up the under eyes anyway. This is so pretty. It's like a little ray of sunshine. Going back into Opart, kind of reinforce that shade and then blend it out. I'm gonna take Psychedelic and just pop a wee bit into the center of the eyelid just to brighten that up. And again, there's zero fallout. I'm gonna use every shade in this palette. And it kind of brings it to a new level of like more rosy. So we still have the golden rose peeping through, but I love Psychedelic on top of it. It just kind of amps up the look. So what I'm gonna do next is I'm gonna go ahead and pop on some eyeliner and mascara, and then we're gonna test out a new lip liner. Mascara and eyeliner on. Like I said, this is current go-to favorites. I went in with the Essence, I'm sure you're getting sick of this, the Essence Long Lasting Eyeliner in Hot Chocolate. You guys, so good. If you haven't picked up any of Essence eyeliners, they are bar none my all-time favorite. Beautiful consistency, doesn't smudge, doesn't move, doesn't go anywhere, and it's actually made in Germany, and they're like $2.99. I decided to go a little bit glam today. I went in with a tiny wing with the Maybelline Hyper Easy liquid liner in brown, and for mascara, I went in with the Maybelline Firework mascara. I didn't like it when I first tested it out like a month or two ago, but try as I might, I keep trying it. It's not the best mascara, but I'm gonna use it so I can make an informed opinion. Still don't care for it. Unfortunately, it does kind of thicken the lashes and kind of lift them up, but I notice at the end of the day when I wash my face and try to remove it, it's so difficult to remove. I found the only thing that removes it is the e.l.f. eye makeup remover, and that is an amazing, so affordable makeup remover. But yeah, now let's go ahead and try out this lip liner that I picked up from Natasha Denona. It's from the I Need a Rose collection. I figured while in Rome, get a new lip liner. These are not cheap, and to be quite frank, I'd rather purchase the Cream Glide lip liner from e.l.f. Let's go ahead and swatch it first. Kind of like a nudie rose. It looked much deeper on the website. I thought it was going to be more of a brick red, but let's see how it looks. It's super creamy. I would hope so at this price point. Look what happened. As far as lip liners go, it's creamy, it glides right on. It's a pretty shade. Is it my favorite? No. I'm gonna have to not recommend this to you already right out of the gate because there's so many more affordable lip liners out there that's not gonna break the bank. But you know me, I had to test this out. And to top it off, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in Rose Envy. I just recently picked this up and it's just a beautiful lip oil. Very soft, it's not too sticky. I find that the shade is perfect for that everyday look. All summer, I had been using the Natasha Denona High Glam Powder Foundation. absolutely love it. It's beautiful. But then I started using this Tarte Creaseless Loose Powder. Total game changer. Hook, line, and sinker when I saw the ads for it. It is a loose powder. I'm in the shade yellow. You get your little powder puff. It comes with a cute little powder puff. Tap off the excess. It will literally blur everything out. And I'm just gonna set that under eye area because remember we have that color corrector and the concealer. And especially in hot, humid weather, I want this to be smooth, but also everything stay in place. And I just put it up through my T-zone and it just makes a world of difference. And it just kind of seamlessly blends my blush, my bronzer, and it kind of locks in my complexion for the entire day, and it's not cakey whatsoever. Love this creaseless powder from Tarte. But here we are with the final look. This is kind of a really fun rosy pink look with a neutral lip, a little pop of color on the cheeks. I think it turned out so pretty. I think we managed to get a beautiful, doable eyeshadow look with the Mini Rose eyeshadow palette from Natasha Denona. Do you need the lip liner I Need a Rose from Natasha Denona? No, not when you have a fantastic alternative of the Cream Glide lip liner from e.l.f. You know this is my go-to. I just wanted to test out a different type of lip liner, and I was right. That's why I love testing out makeup to see if it lives up to the hype. But do you need this Natasha Denona Mini Rose eyeshadow palette? You know what? I think it's a beautiful color story. I love this middle shade here for all over the lid. And my particular favorite has got to be Andy. I mean, what? Gorgeous. Do you need it? If you've never tried Natasha Denona and you want to dip your toe into that luxury high-end eyeshadow palette, I don't think you would be disappointed. I think you could come up with a couple of looks. I love the look that we came up with today. If you are that eyeshadow aficionado and you just have to have it, then I think you would really enjoy it. Those are my thoughts on the new Natasha Denona Mini Rose eyeshadow palette as well as the lip liner. I love the look that we came up with today. Like I said, it's just a mix of drugstore and high-end products. And these are the products that are my go-to, if not all-time favorites. I know, Faye, right? They'll probably change in the next few months, but I'm like, oh my goodness, this has got to be bar none the best foundation of 2024. But yes, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you had fun. I know I did. And if you enjoy this type of content, please consider subscribing. I would love it if you'd be a part of our family. But for now, mwah. Mahal kita, I love you, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. Whoa, I'm channeling Cher.